Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. I am Donnie.
And I'm Aubrey.
And we are two Americans currently living in Germany and sharing all of our experiences living and traveling throughout Europe.
After, I don't even know, 7-8 months of total lockdown in Germany, we are back out traveling again. Things are very slowly but surely opening back up around here, and we are staying in a real live hotel for the first time since like October. We are really excited. Today we are here in Bamberg, Germany. It is a beautiful city and we're really excited to explore this city today.
So a lot of you guys have been asking, where are our travel videos? Are we going to get out and do more travel videos? Well, of course, we haven't been able to do that, so hopefully you're excited that we are actually out and we're checking out a new city for the first time in a long time, but it's also a very confusing time. Very confusing time trying to figure out what we can do, what we can't do, where we can go, where we can't go. And we know a lot of Germans have a lot of questions about traveling. Everybody is getting the itch to get out again. And also a lot of Americans are hearing the news about traveling in Europe again, possibly this summer. But there's a lot of questions on when will they be able to, what will it look like when they do get over here, and especially within the US, everything kind of opening back up and going back to normal. Not quite sure that a lot of Americans maybe understand what traveling in the world looks like in Europe right now. So we kind of want to do that today, is show you guys what it took to travel here, what we had to do to figure out to get here, how we were able to book a hotel, what are we even allowed to do right now? Just all of those kind of questions that honestly we're winging it and figuring it out right now. That's what we want to show you guys today.
But our main plan for the day was to do a free walking tour, which is something that we love to do in every new city we go to. So if you haven't done those, definitely Google free walking tour in whatever city you're in. But unfortunately, the one that we signed up to do today got canceled. So we found just like a self-guided walking tour online with some history and information, and we're gonna go do that today.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love.
So we started our walking tour and we started in the green market, which was beautiful, and it was really neat seeing the actual like farmers market going on, people milling around, buying a lot of really delicious vegetables and fruits and things. And also we noticed a lot of cafes are open. You can dine outside without a test right now. That's what's happening today. But there are also a lot of test centers all around town that we've seen, so you can easily get one for free. But the tour has now brought us to what is the view of Bamberg. If you look up Bamberg on Google, this is the pictures that are going to show up, the old rat house on a little island in the river. But we have noticed there are some walking tours happening with guides, but we think they're the German tours. Those are the ones that I guess are actually traveling right now, are Germans inside of Germany, not a lot of English speakers or non-German speakers. So potentially just today, there's not enough English speakers wanting a tour, so they went ahead and canceled it. But just know if you're German, they do have some free walking tours it looks like going on. But they may not be the free walking tours. You may have to do some research yourself, but there are tours going on.
You're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm just fine 'cause I got you. Kept us bothering. Every day we dance and life's been smiling. We're not young, still drunk in love.
The rules and regulations in Germany currently are based on the number of cases per 100,000 people. So obviously that is constantly changing. So right now, because the numbers are so good, things are starting to open back up. So the one thing that we know for sure is that it is very important to do your research and to know the number of cases in the area that you're wanting to go to, know if it's low enough to be able to allow for travel. And so we specifically chose Bamberg because their cases are so low and things were opening back up. And before we came, we were doing our research for what is required to stay in a hotel, what's required to go to a restaurant, and everything. So currently here in Bamberg, you can stay at a hotel, you just have to show a negative COVID test. So before we came to Bamberg, we got tested at a Schnelltest center just to be able to show that we have negative tests at our hotel. I currently am vaccinated already, but we went ahead and both got tested just in case we need to show the negative tests.
So the other thing definitely is that the rules are different city to city, state to state, and it's very complicated to try to keep up with what everybody's rules are. So I guess basically what we're trying to show is that life is kind of going back a little bit in certain places, but you just have to do a lot of research and try to keep up with what every place is doing. But it definitely seems like everywhere is taking a lot of precautions, more so than last summer, to make sure that travel is very safe and everybody's testing or being vaccinated and showing proof of that to be able to travel. So we are traveling again. It just looks a little bit different because of the number of tests and everything that we're having to do to show that we're able to stay in hotels and whatnot. So like this morning at breakfast, we were actually really surprised that we were able to take our breakfast in the breakfast room of the hotel, and they were serving us. There's no buffets or anything, but I kind of thought that I had read that in many places, if you were staying in a hotel, breakfast had to be served in your room separately away from everybody. But the numbers here are so low, I guess you are able to do that. Still very enjoyable. It's just you kind of may have to adjust your expectations for traveling right now, but it's still fun. We're still able to be out and do stuff and see things right now and discover like this amazing city that so many of you guys have recommended that we have never gotten to see before. We were sitting here filming and you kind of have the bad view. Honestly, we're taking in an amazing view of the river here. I'll show you what it looks like and kind of your face, our backs to this kind of ugly building that you're facing. So sorry about that. So it turns out where we were sitting is actually number 11 on our free walking tour, and it is known as Little Venice. And one thing we've learned about any place that has canals, any place in Europe that has canals, is always known as Little Venice, the Little Venice of the North. If I had a nickel for every time that we visited a place that was called Little Venice, I'd probably have like 15 cents. And other people had described this as kind of like a Venice of Germany.
And today we are in a city that is called the Venice of the North. Bruges is one of the European cities known as the Venice of the North.
So here is just a beautiful little canal riverfront with a lot of fishermen's homes on it. It's almost, I guess, could look like a German version of Venice with the canals and the German homes.
So cathedrals are definitely open, and I think they've been open for a while, but museums are the thing that we have not been as sure about. It seems like in some areas museums are open, but it doesn't seem like they've been open where we currently live. So that one I would just check on the specific museum you're wanting to go to see if it's open. We're not going to do any of them today, but it seems like a few have been open here and there. The other thing that we do need to touch on, because our American viewers may be forgetting that this is still very real here in Europe, masks are still very much required in Europe, and specifically in Germany, they require you to wear FFP2 masks or medical grade masks, and cloth masks are not allowed at all. But we did get to go inside and see something cool in this cathedral, and they have a pope buried here that is the only pope buried north of the Alps.
So we just stumbled upon a boat ride that you can take of the river here. It doesn't look like it goes into town. The boat's too big, I think, to go through the canals, but you go outside of the city. So we don't know exactly what we're gonna see, but something else that we can do right now is take a really nice boat ride and sit on top of the deck here and enjoy it. Whenever we got on, they also did hand us a formula to fill out, or they also handed us a form to fill out of our contact information, but that's pretty much it.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shy.
Just got done with the boat ride, and to be completely honest, I wouldn't say it was super worth it. It was just kind of a boat ride through a very industrial part of the river and the harbor here, but it is cool that you can do it. It was relaxing and smooth, and you can get drinks on it, but particularly when you haven't done anything touristy for a while, that kind of made it fun. So, what's the point of this video? That's kind of the question I've been asking myself whenever we've been making this. And I think it's not a travel guide. We're not showing you the things that you can do in Bamberg or anything like that. I mean, we wanted to show a little bit of how beautiful the city is because so many of you guys have told us to travel here and check this out. And a lot of you have been asking for a travel vlog as well. But honestly, I think kind of we had a lot of questions about what does travel look like right now? Is travel really possible in some of these places? We're hearing things are opening, and we hear that Americans should be over here to travel soon. But I mean, what does it actually mean? We really haven't understood that for ourselves because the rules are so confusing. So this weekend was kind of us getting our feelers out there again for the first time in 7 or 8 months, trying to do some traveling and see what it looks like, and also maybe give you an idea of what the possibilities are right now and kind of what it looks like to travel.
It definitely may look different when you come, and it may look different region to region of Germany or of Europe. But if you are going to travel right now, just make sure you go in with an open mind and a flexible mind, because things may look a little different as numbers are going down or up. And also just make sure you really do your research on the area you're going to and what the regulations are at the time, if there's any different kinds of rules that are different from the area that you're in.
So we did end up seeing, I guess, some museums and things that are open as well, but it just feels good again that life is somewhat has some normalcy, a little bit of what it used to be, and just there are things that we can do again. It feels really good. If you have been traveling, let us know in the comments where you went, what it was like, and also if you have any questions about traveling in Germany, leave those in the comments. I can't honestly guarantee that we'll be able to answer a lot of them, considering it is so just daily changing and so different from place to place. But we will try to help as much as we can. So if you like this video, definitely hit that like and subscribe button, and we will be happy to see you in our next video.
Cheers! But we just wanted to... But the point is just to...
Again, and they did have a guide, the what's it called? The captain was giving kind of like a tour of the thing, so. Subscribe button, and we will be... Whoops.
What?
I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
Choose.
Okay, yeah.